Hey guys, I'm just going to share this video lesson for one of the activities that you're going to be doing this week. You never know what this week's going to look like. You could be doing NTI today. It could be a snow day. It could be maybe you're at home sick. If you're working on this at home, hopefully this video helps you figure out how to work out the problems. A while back, before the end of the second 9 weeks, I started teaching you guys how to add and subtract fractions. You got to practice adding fractions with uncommon denominators using the butterfly method. Hopefully you guys liked the butterfly method. I didn't get very much feedback one way or the other, but for everybody who turned it in, it looks like you guys were doing pretty good with it. So we're going to do butterfly method again today, except instead of adding, we're subtracting. And then the other activity you have this week is adding mixed numbers, which is just kind of adding one extra step to the whole process. So this is another riddle we're going to be working out so that you can be able to easily check your answers. And I am going to do 3 questions with you on here. If you happen to be in person, I would be going over these in person when you're in my classroom. So if you are in person, you don't have to watch this video. You just have to pay attention in class. And then you're going to have 2 days to watch this video and do the assignment. There's 10 total questions. I'm doing 3 of them in this video or in class. And you will have to do 7 of them on your own. So Monday, Tuesday, this would be what you would do those 2 days. So the first problem we have is a subtraction problem. And we're doing 4/7 minus 1/3. So this is pretty much the same steps that you did when you were adding fractions using the butterfly method. You have to multiply the denominator of one side by the numerator of the other side. So the 2 numbers that are included in the purple wing. So you're going to multiply 7 times 1. That's going to be 7. And I'm going to put that next to the purple antenna up here. We also have to multiply the other 2 numbers connected by the blue wing. So the numerator of this fraction times the denominator of the other fraction. So 4 times 3, which would be 12. And then I would take that next to the other antenna. Okay, the only difference between the practice problems that we did before is instead of adding, there's a subtraction sign between the two. So we have to subtract. You're subtracting 12 minus 7. 12 minus 7 is 5, and 5 is going to be the numerator of your answer. Then, to get your denominator, you have to multiply the 2 denominators together. So 7 times 3, which is 21. And that's going to be our denominator of our answer. So in our answer, we have 5/21. 5/21 is simplified. There's nothing else that you can divide both 5 and 21 by. So 5/21 is the answer. We can go to our answer key and look for 5/21, and it's right here. The answer is E. So E is going to be number 1. So I'm going to put an E in there. Then I'm going to go to problem 2. Let me find one that might be a little more challenging. Okay, I'll do this one. Problem 6. Some of the numbers might be a little larger, and if you ever have to work problems out on the side, you can just use scratch paper at home. It's pretty easy. So we're multiplying our wings. So the numerator of one side times the denominator of the other side. So 7 times 8, which is going to be 56. We're going to go with the blue wing by that antenna. And then we also have to multiply our purple wing, so 15 times 3. If you didn't know 15 times 3, you could add 15 plus 15 plus 15. Or you could work it off to the side, put 15 on top times 3 on the bottom, and then get your answer. The answer would be 45. And I'm going to bring that by the other antenna. So when we subtract, we have to subtract 56 minus 45. Again, if you need to work this out on scratch paper, work it out on scratch paper at home. 56 minus 45 is going to be 11. So 11 is going to be the numerator. And then we're going to do 15 times 8 for our denominator. 15 times 8 is not one of our multiplication facts. So you could literally add 15 plus 15 plus 15, add it 8 times, or work it out on scratch paper and do 15 times 8, and you're going to get 120. Oops. Here, 120. And that's going to be our denominator. You can always make these boxes bigger if you need to. So we're going to have 11 over 120. I'm going to check my answer by going to my answer key and looking for that answer. The answer is L. So this problem was problem 6. So 6 is going to be L. And put L in that box. Okay. Then let me find another problem to do for you guys. Okay, I'll do this one. So for problem 10, we are multiplying our purple wing, so 32 times 2. That might be something you have to work out on your own. 32 times 2 is going to be 64. That's going to go with my purple wing. And then I also have to do 6 times 20. 6 times 20 is 120. That goes by my blue wing. Then I have to subtract 120 minus 64. You can work that out on a scratch piece of paper. It's going to be 56. 56 is my numerator. I have to do 32 times 6 to get my denominator. That's 192. I'm going to make that a little wider. Now, this is problem 10. If I go to my answer key and I look for 56 over 192, we're not going to find it anywhere. It's not on there. That doesn't mean your answer's wrong. That means that you need to simplify your answer. So you need to think, what is a common factor of 56 and 192? What can I divide both of those numbers by? Well, you may not know your multiplication facts for 192, but there is one thing that we for sure know we can divide it by, because 192 and 56 are both even numbers. So think about what you can divide even numbers by. you can divide them by 2. So we're going to divide both of these numbers by 2. "56 divided by 2 is going to be 28. 192 divided by 2 is going to be 96. Now you might automatically know there's nothing um, there's nothing in the answer key. It's going to have 28 over 96 because it doesn't show up. That's because 28 and 96 are still even numbers. That means you can still divide them both by 2 again. So I'm going to divide them by 2 again. I'm just going to do a little trick where I select this. I'm going to copy it, paste it, and move it over. We're dividing by 2 again. And if I do 28 divided by 2, I'm going to get 14. "96 divided by 2 is going to be 48. And one other thing to know is you can find larger numbers that they have in common. If you could have thought of another number that could go into both 28 and 96, you could have divided by a larger common factor. 2 is kind of just the easiest one because we know it's even, we know it's divisible by 2. So you can keep dividing by 2 until you get your answer. 14 over 28 is still even. That means we can still divide it by 2 again. So I'm just going to copy and paste this again. Going to bring it down. And if you want to simplify it on a piece of paper and put your answer in the slide, that's perfectly fine, as long as I can see your work. I'm mostly concerned about you doing the butterfly method correctly. So we're dividing by 2 again. "14 divided by 2 is 7. And then 48 divided by 2 is 24. Now, 7 is a prime number. There's nothing else we can divide 7 by except for 1 in itself. Can't divide 24 by 7, so there are no common factors other than 1. So 7 over 24 is our answer, our simplified answer. So I'm going to see if 7 over 24 shows up. It does. It's O. So the answer for number 10 is O. And I'm finished with those 3 examples. So you've seen 3 different examples. You can put those answers in here. You are responsible for the other 7. So you can do those next or you can do those tomorrow, as long as you get it done one way or the other. Let me know if you have any questions. You can ask me questions when you're in class, or you can type a private message to me and we'll do a private comment, or I can do a Google Meet. Even if I have class, I can still have a Google Meet up. Just let me know what you all need. Good luck with everything. I hope you guys have a great week, and I'm here for you if you need me. See ya.